مرحبا شباب. We are actually done with the implementation of the functionality of the app, but I made some mistakes. Let us fix the mistakes, otherwise the app will crash. First of all, open your strings.xml. I mean, this is not a mistake, but the app name should be task app, and that's it. Just change this here to task app, app underscore name to task app, and that's it. Then let us see what we have to do here. In our Android manifest, as you can see, we have to give it the application. What is the application? It's the task app. It's here. The Android colon name equals task app dot task app. Okay, if you have done this, one mistake solved. The next thing would be in our bottom navigation, menu bottom navigation, the IDs need to be exactly the same like in our app navigation, like task underscore closed underscore fragment would be as well as here, and task underscore open underscore fragment would be here. These names needs to be exactly the same for the fragment. And as you can see, yeah, I mean the app navigation, the bottom navigation for the navigation of the fragments, this needs to be exactly the same naming. And then let us go to the main activity. I forgot to add the Android entry point here. So now the dagger hilt errors are fixed. And of course we have to, for bottom navigation, we are using now this IDs. This needs to be also be fixed. And after this is done, so let me show it to you. We have our device running. So we have here device. Let us start. It's loading, and now we have two open tasks. We have one closed task, and in general should be there three tasks. Yeah, let's just start by creating a new task. Finish YouTube series. I would say this is high, but I don't need a reminder. So okay, and say create task. Request success. We have it here. And now let's say I want to change the priority and the reminder. Set reminder. I mean, priority can be medium. Save task. Priority medium, reminder set. That's great. And look at the date. If you click on it, here's a detailed date. I mean, you can adjust it how you want. And yes, this is the detail screen, as you can see. By hummus, we can delete. No, I don't want to edit it. I want to delete it. So swipe, I can say cancel, press cancel. We can say delete. Now it's deleted. We can also go into finish YouTube series, say delete from here. It will also ask us to cancel or to delete. Let's do it, delete. Yeah, we can, what we else can do is to say this is still open. Let's set the priority to low. Now priority is too low. Go again and set it to set again reminder. Save task. Reminder, as you can see, is now true. And now we have the full list in here. It got properly updated. And yeah, these were all the CRUD operations. We can fetch data. We can fetch all data. We can fetch one specific item. We can edit them, as you have seen. We can delete them. And that's basically it from the functionality perspective. But we are not done. Actually, the thing is, developing software that works is one part, but to make sure it works and if you want to make sure software is properly developed and so on, you have to write unit tests, because unit tests is not only about, I mean, of course you want to test your functionality, but unit tests helps you as well to write cleaner code, to be honest, because if you cannot mock something, things, or it's hard to write the test for it, if it's hard to write tests for pure logic, for pure business logic, then your code isn't right. I mean, there are maybe too much dependencies there and so on and so forth. And with unit testing, if it's hard for you to write tests, then something is wrong with your code. So basically, it is that. And it's after a while, it gets quite fulfilling if you have good test coverage. I mean, you shouldn't only rely on test coverage, because there's business logic sometimes which is not covered, but still very useful because to capture edge cases. And this is why this tutorial series doesn't end right now. The functionality is done, yes, but here in this section we have an example unit test. We will delete it. We will now write unit tests, and we have only business logic for repository and for the view model logic. And yeah, so from the next video on, we will write unit tests for task repository implementation first and task view model implementation. But before we can do that, we will need to set up some things, because when we do a CRUD operation, we will not do an actual internet call, and we will not do a request to the internet. We will have a mock server which has already some predefined JSON responses for us. And that's the thing with client-side development. You have a mock server which gives you the mocked responses or requests. And with your backend developer, you will not write unit tests that go actually to a database. It's always you have a SQL file or a specific test file where you have predefined the outcome. And you're expecting that your code does this, and this is why you expect that your code is doing X, and this is why we can use certain predefined files to make sure it really does that what we have predefined and we expect to do. And yeah, I hope I didn't confuse you again. So from the next tutorial on, we will set up the testing environment for a unit test, and then we will write unit tests for task repository. This will be an extra video, and another extra video will be for the task view model implementation, and then we are done with the tutorial series. So catch me in the next one. Like, subscribe, write me some nice comments, and see you soon. Ila liqa ya shabab.